The 1918 Liberty Head Buffalo nickel is a famous 5-cent coin of the United States that was minted during the early 20th century. It is often called the Buffalo nickel because the reverse side features a large American buffalo. The coin was officially produced from 1913 to 1938 by the United States Mint, and the 1918 issue is part of the middle years of this series. The design of the coin was created by American sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted the coin to represent the spirit and history of the American frontier. The obverse front side of the coin shows the profile of a Native American man. Fraser created this portrait by combining features of several Native American chiefs he had studied, symbolizing the indigenous heritage of North America. Above the portrait appears the word liberty, representing freedom, a core value of the United States. On many coins of this series, the year 1918 appears just below the portrait, although on circulated coins it is often worn away because the date area was slightly raised and easily rubbed off over time. The reverse side of the coin shows a strong, standing American bison, commonly called a buffalo. The animal symbolizes strength, endurance, and the wildlife heritage of the American plains. Fraser reportedly used a bison named Black Diamond from the Bronx Zoo in New York City as inspiration for the design, though historians debate whether the model was exactly that animal. Above the buffalo appears the national motto, E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning out of many one. This motto reflects the idea that the United States is a union formed from many states and many people coming together as one nation. Below the buffalo is the denomination 5 cents. The motto E pluribus unum had been used on American coins since the 18th century and represents unity and cooperation within the country. The 1918 Buffalo nickel was minted at 3 different U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. Coins from Philadelphia usually have no mint mark, while coins from Denver have a small d, and those from San Francisco have an S mint mark below the denomination on the reverse side. Each mint produced millions of coins in 1918 because 5-cent coins were widely used in everyday commerce for small purchases such as food, postage, or transportation fares. However, despite the large number minted, well-preserved examples are rarer today because the design wore down quickly in circulation. The coin itself is made from an alloy consisting of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-gray color and strong durability. It weighs about 5 grams and has a diameter of approximately 21.2 millimeters. Unlike some earlier U.S. coins that contained precious metals like silver or gold, the Buffalo nickel was designed to be practical and economical for daily use. The edges of the coin are smooth rather than reeded, which also distinguishes it from many other coins. Historically, the year 1918 was during World War I, a major global conflict that lasted from 1914 to 1918. During this time, the United States was mobilizing troops and resources to support the war effort in Europe. Although the design of the Buffalo nickel did not change during the war years, coins minted in 1918 circulated among soldiers, workers, and civilians during an important period in American history. Everyday coins like the Buffalo nickel, therefore, became silent witnesses to major historical events. Over time, the Buffalo nickel series became one of the most collected American coins. Collectors admire it because of its artistic design and strong connection to American history. The 1918 issue is not the rarest date in the series, but its value depends greatly on condition. A heavily worn 1918 Buffalo nickel may be worth only a few dollars, while a coin with a clear date and strong details can be worth significantly more. Rare mint-state examples graded by professional services can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, especially if they have minimal wear and strong original surfaces. Another interesting aspect of Buffalo nickels is that many circulated coins have weak or missing dates. Because the date was placed on a raised area of the design, it often wore away quickly as the coin was used. This led collectors to develop techniques such as acid date restoration to reveal faint numbers. As a result, a Buffalo nickel with a clearly visible 1918 date is often more desirable than one where the date is worn off. The Buffalo nickel remained in production until 1938, when it was replaced by the Jefferson nickel, which features Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and his home Monticello on the reverse. Despite the change, the Buffalo nickel remains one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Its imagery of Native American heritage and the American bison captured a romantic vision of the country's frontier past. Today, collectors and historians view the 1918 next top. The 1926 Buffalo nickel is a historic 5-cent coin issued by the United States, and it belongs to one of the most famous coin series in American numismatic history. This coin is often called the Buffalo nickel or Indian head nickel because of the powerful images shown on its two sides. The series was first introduced in 1913 and continued until 1938, when it was replaced by the Jefferson nickel. The 1926 issue was produced during the middle years of this series and circulated widely throughout the United States during the 1920s, a period of strong economic growth often known as the Roaring Twenties. Like other Buffalo nickels, the design was created by the American sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted to honor the heritage, landscapes, and wildlife of North America through coin art. His design was considered revolutionary at the time because earlier American coins were usually more classical and European in style, while Fraser's design emphasized distinctly American themes such as Native American culture and the bison of the Western Plains. The front side of the 1926 Buffalo nickel is called the obverse, and it shows a strong profile portrait of a Native American man facing to the right. Fraser did not copy a single person for this design. Instead, he combined the facial features of several real Native American leaders whom he had studied and admired. Among the people often mentioned as inspirations are Irontail, Two Moons, and Big Tree, though historians debate the exact combination Fraser used. The portrait symbolizes the dignity and cultural heritage of the indigenous peoples who lived across the North American continent long before European settlement. On the obverse, you can also see the word liberty written near the right edge of the coin, representing freedom and the democratic ideals of the United States. The year 1926 appears below the portrait near the shoulder area. Unfortunately, on many circulated Buffalo nickels, the date becomes faint or disappears completely because it was placed on a raised part of the design that wore down easily with daily use. The reverse side of the coin displays the image of a large American bison, often called the buffalo, standing on a mound of earth. This powerful animal represents strength, endurance, and the natural wildlife heritage of North America. The bison design may have been inspired by a famous animal named Black Diamond, which lived at the Bronx Zoo in New York City, although some historians believe Fraser may have studied several bison rather than only one. Above the animal appears the Latin motto E pluribus unum, which means out of many one. This phrase reflects the idea that the United States is made from many states, cultures, and people united into one nation. Below the buffalo, you can read the denomination 5 cents, clearly showing the value of the coin. In some versions of the design, there is also the phrase United States of America surrounding the image. The 1926 Buffalo nickel was produced at 3 major facilities operated by the United States Mint. These were the Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, and San Francisco Mint. Coins produced in Philadelphia usually do not carry a mint mark, while coins from Denver have a small d, and coins from San Francisco carry an S mint mark. The mint mark is located on the reverse side below the words 5 cents. Each mint produced a different number of coins in 1926. The Philadelphia Mint made tens of millions of coins for general circulation. The Denver Mint also produced millions, while the San Francisco Mint produced a much smaller number. Because of this lower production, the 1926 Buffalo nickel is considered one of the rarer coins in the series, especially in well-preserved condition. Collectors today often pay much higher prices for coins from this mint because they are harder to find. The metal composition of the coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, a combination that gives the coin durability and a slightly grayish metallic color. The coin weighs about 5 grams and has a diameter of about 21.2 millimeters. The edges of the coin are smooth, unlike the ridged edges found on many other coins, such as dimes or quarters. This composition and design allowed the buffalo nickel to survive heavy use in daily commerce, though the detailed features of the design often wore away with time. During the year 1926, the United States was experiencing rapid industrial growth, urban development, and cultural change. Automobiles, radios, and motion pictures were becoming common in American life. People used coins like the buffalo nickel to pay for everyday items, such as newspapers, streetcar rides, snacks, or postage stamps. Because millions of these coins passed through the hands of ordinary people, they became a familiar part of daily life across the country. From a collector's perspective, the value of a 1926 buffalo nickel depends mainly on its condition and mint mark. Coins that are heavily